Well, that guy is certainly dead. You hit him smack in the forehead.
Oh, would you like to shoot for me?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want me to hit? No, I have a bad conscience about this. You filled me with a white man's bad conscience.
Well, what's that?
I don't like to shoot at Apache heads.
Who says they're Apaches? That might be a Norwegian squarehead soldier, for all you know. Why do you think I'm shooting them?
You want me to shoot them myself? Is that why you have a cross there in his nose? Feldprest Guttormsen or something? Ah, you made me feel very bad here.
You missed that on purpose, didn't you, Eric?
Well, let's say I haven't touched a deadly weapon since way back in ancient history, Second World War.
Did you hit anyone?
No. I hope to God I didn't hit anyone.
Well, if you were in that war, I think you have blood on your hands anyway.
If you put it that way, I guess I have. Pretty tough to think about it, that you've had a mind that was willing to hit somebody.
Yeah.
How about you? You have any feelings like that?
Yeah. Vietnam.
What happened?
Oh, nothing special. We just destroyed a hospital. You know, I was on a destroyer in the Navy, and we pull up along the coast of North Vietnam, and you know how it is. You watch all the flames from the guns, and everybody's cheering, and we're watching the explosions on the shore, and then the captain announced after hours of bombing, they were all happy, and you know, when you're young, you know how it is. And he announced we had just destroyed a rest and recreation area, and I realized those people don't have that kind of stuff. You know, they don't go to Hong Kong and pick up girls. They're bleeding, and we just destroyed a hospital. That's against the Geneva Convention. So yeah, I have a little bit of blood on my hands too.
Were there any yellow ribbons waiting for you when you came home after blasting that hospital?
Oh no, you know, everybody knows about the shame of the Vietnam War. You know, there are no yellow ribbons. The Apaches were killed, they were shot. Because they had their own native religion, which was beautiful. Usually with this caliber, 45-70, it's a military caliber from the 1880s that they used against my people. And we used against them.
Bob bor et lite stykke utenfor den berømte kunstner- og turistbyen Santa Fe i New Mexico. Han har gått igjennom mange faser i sin karriere, arbeidet med mange forskjellige materialer, sten og tre og bronse. Men nå er det sveising det går ut på ofte. Nå er det stål og rustent jern og ofte svære figurer. Ofte kan det virke som om Bob gjør narr av hele vår vestlige teknologiske, materialistiske kultur, og andre ganger er det som han skriker ut i fortvilelse og harme.
I made this sculpture to commemorate technological waste. It has to do with the misuse of our natural resources. This is all made of scrap metal that had absolutely no use. It's just a useless piece of steel. I made it into something to show America who they are. It's called the American Rocker. Indian people used to make art for themselves, and they used their own standards, but more and more were restricted by European concepts called fine art. I've been trying for my whole career to form my own standards and my own sense of honesty. And with this piece, I just make my own rules and make my own statement. It's called Border Crossing, and it has two sides. This is the side, the beautiful side that we see when we view the borders, because we live in a level of convenience that other people don't have. I think it's really a shame that we don't realize that we have a responsibility for other people in this world. And We all have borders, Indian borders, international borders, religious borders, but they're all borders of ignorance if they don't allow us to view other people as being equal.
I'm thinking of some of your older pieces, Bob, especially that little Apache sitting on a horse that was falling underneath him.
The romantic image of our tribe doesn't exist in this piece. In a lot of ways, we've lost our self-esteem, we've gotten fat, and we're wearing decorative imagery, and our horse won't support us.
And Mother Earth. You've been working on that theme for many years.
Yeah, this is an image of a screaming Mother Earth. She's been painted white and she's covered with the Christian cross. It's really a statement about the rebirth. This one deals with forgotten responsibilities to nature. It's called Woman with a Past.
Your father, Bob, Alan Hauser, was probably the most well-known of all American sculptors today. He has meant a lot to you, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's given me a great awareness of my own people and responsibilities, especially the responsibilities of artists.
Alan is about 78 now, but he's working as hard as ever. Well, Bob, it takes some pretty heavy equipment to get some of your biggest pieces up, doesn't it?
Yeah, some of the things we use are quite large. We have to handle some big pieces of steel. This is my artificial cloud, and it's really a statement about what we've done to the environment, to the atmosphere. In the future, we're going to live in domes where we have our artificial air pumped in, and we'll have to make artificial clouds to remind us of what did exist at one time. In this piece, I have hands and airplanes and patterns, and they fall into a disarray over these people. It's really what's happening to mankind. Well, here's where we ended up, Oklahoma. After a long struggle from New Mexico to Florida to here, it's not really home, but here we are. I guess waiting the next step.
I can't forget your great-great-grandfather, Bob, old Red Sleeves, Mangas Colarados, who never came here to Oklahoma. We don't even know how he looked. We know a great deal more, don't we, about the man who was buried here, Geronimo.
Geronimo was the last Apache leader to lay down his arms. And he lived here for a long time as a prisoner of war. He always wanted to go back to his homeland.
So he lived here at Fort Sill, which is still an active military establishment with some real old houses around.
Well, General Sheridan was here. He was famous from the Civil War, but we remember him from the Indian Wars.
Ja, han som kom med det mange ganger sitert uttrykket at en god indianer det samme som en død indianer. Og han ville gjerne også dele ut kuler og krutt i store mengder til enhver som kunne tenke seg å drive jakt på bøffel. Fordi at klarte man å utrydde bøffeljordene her på preriene, så fjernet man også indianernes livsgrunnlag. Det var mer effektivt enn å skyte dem direkte, det var å ta maten fra dem.